Hello, everyone. I am so excited today to launch phase 2 of my campaign for Joy for Illinois as a Senate candidate for the 49th District. I have some news to report to everyone about the primary, news that I'm afraid will not surprise you. It does appear that there was fraud in my election for the primary. Why do I say that? Well, there are about 100 precincts in the 49th District, and what they expect us to believe is that in every single precinct, people voted the exact same. Not only was first, second, and third place almost unchanged in every precinct, but the vote counts were the same, meaning that in every precinct, I got between 13 and 15% of the vote. In most every precinct, James Lawson got 23 to 25%, and in most every precinct, Stacey Cagle got between 53 and 55% of the votes. I am so sorry to say, guys, that is not how people vote. That is a computer program, and not a very sophisticated one at that. And so, what is one to do? I have to share with you something that did surprise me, as I've been telling different Republicans in the area who have run for office before. About 95% of them have reported very unusual irregularities in their elections, some the exact same irregularities that I found. We have candidates in this area that are filing lawsuits against the state of Illinois because of this. It seems that we have no recourse but to either do something very expensive like lawsuits or do nothing, as most of these candidates have done. Many of them are staying in the fight. They're trying to run again. They're supporting other candidates, perhaps. But how is that solving the problem? Or is it, in fact, getting worse? I'm thankful for those that are filing lawsuits. That's a very expensive journey and not the one that God has put on my heart. It also gives the people no way to respond. I don't know if you've noticed, but people, especially in Illinois, are getting more and more disheartened and not even understanding, why should I vote at all, if you've ever heard someone say that. But I want to share with you something so exciting that every time in my life that I've prayed about something that seemed impossible like this, God has given me a way to respond. I've never heard the Lord say, well, they told you there's nothing you can do, so there's nothing you can do. No, God often gives me a way to respond, especially when I pray for his help. He's like, good, here's what I want you to do. So here's what I want you all to do. Not only am I running now as a write-in candidate for Senate for the 49th District, but I am encouraging you all to consider handwriting on your ballot. You know why? Because it keeps it out of their machines. And that was exactly the problem with my race, right? Computer-generated programs run through a machine. We want paper ballots. We want them hand counted. And this, ladies and gentlemen, actually forces their hand to be able to do it. No, I do not believe that there should be regulations upon who can be a write-in candidate. Normally, I know people write in Mickey Mouse and Santa Claus. No, most people don't take write-in seriously. But isn't it just like God to take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise? So I want to continue my fight to be able to represent the voice of the people and not the voice of those who say, well, we just have to fall in line and support the candidate who won. I sure would if I knew that they won. If I, in fact, won this primary, then that leaves all of those voters who voted for me disenfranchised, with nobody caring about their voice. And I'm sorry, guys, that's just not me. That's not who I am. God put in my heart to continue this fight. And if you also are willing to fight and willing to try something a little different, then I encourage you not to do what they're telling you and fill in your little bubbles so they can run it through their machines. No, you handwrite. Even if the name is there, handwrite your vote as a protest to what they are doing. It's time to take our voice back, ladies and gentlemen. And it's time to stand with those who are actually standing for us. Speaking of which, Kingdom Conservative Party has been absolutely immaculate with their word. They said, if we choose you, Felicity, we back you 100%, and they have. Every single week, I submit a list of anything that I need, from gas to money for new flyers, for whatever, and they just send it over. Would you please consider a donation to Kingdom Conservative Party? You can go to kingdomconservativeparty.com or joyforillinois.com and donate right there to support my campaign. Support a fighter. Support a group of warriors, because Kingdom Conservative Party, those guys are warriors to their core, and they see a warrior in me as well. I'd like to count you amongst our ranks as warriors fighting a system that thinks they've taken our voice away. But no, we still have a voice. We still have a way to respond in that voter's box. And if they try to disenfranchise thousands of people that I hope will vote for me, we're going to be right there on November 9th, the day after the election, with lawyers to make sure that that does not happen. I believe that God is going to back us up on this, guys. And I hope you feel encouraged. I hope you feel now that you do have something to do. You do have a way to respond. And you do have something real that you can say to family and friends. This is why we vote. Because in America, this government is what? Of the people, by the people, but for the people. The hashtag is Just Write It. Put it everywhere. Tell everyone we have a way to respond. We have something we can do about election integrity. And we have a way to move their hand by moving our hand by writing in our choices for a vote. So thank you so much for watching, sharing this campaign. Get involved, get active with me. They're counting on us doing nothing about it. They're counting on us seeing these irregularities and doing nothing and sitting on our hands. But not this time. We're going to take out our hands, take out our pens, and just write it. Bless you guys. I will see you on the other side, and I will see the people I really need to talk to in Springfield when I get installed as your next senator of the 49th District.